What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Bleacher Report. I am your host, Tony Dow from tdphinstalk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Man, y'all hit that fire button on your way in the building. Let your friends and family members know that we are live every Wednesday night right here on Bleacher Report. So make sure that you tune in and turn on your notifications. Yes, the title is correct. The Miami Dolphins plan to win a Super Bowl this year. All right, we're going to talk about that and more right here on Bleacher Report today. Now, I do know that there is a lot of fan sentiment that's going to read the title and that says the Miami Dolphins plan to win a Super Bowl this year, and they're going to be down. They're going to be a little bit down about that, okay? I'm here to tell you, don't be down, okay? I know a lot of people are going to be negative about it. Oh, my gosh, they plan to every year. It doesn't mean that we are, all of that stuff. I do understand that, but here's what I need every Dolphin fan all around the world to understand. Yes, every team plans to win a Super Bowl every year, but the Dolphins, they have to do something special. The goal is Super Bowl. The goal is Super Bowl or bust. Why do I say that? Because we have a general manager and a head coach who could actually be on the hottest of all hot seats. They are being given a directive to perform at the highest of levels this year, or we will find someone who can. I believe that's what's going on in Miami right now. We talked about this last week. There was one piece where the Miami Dolphins have been restructuring contracts, but there was one contract in particular in which they decided not to restructure, which could open up plenty of cap space to help the Miami Dolphins do even more things that can help this roster. But they've chosen not to. Why? Because many believe in the NFL community that the owner, Stephen Ross, has given an ultimatum of basically, I'm not signing off on any more checks. I'm not converting any more of this, base salary and the signing bonus coming out of my pocket to help this team win because I've been doing nothing but that and we've been losing. So now I believe Chris Grier has been told, this is what you have. This is all you have. And at the end of the day, you need to utilize it wisely. That's what I believe is going on. And that's what Chris Grier is doing right now. He's going out, he's getting players and signing contracts that does not carry over into the future, and he's using the limited resources he has right now to try to build a Super Bowl winning team. Now, I know a lot of people are disappointed in hearing that because when you look at our roster, many may believe this is certainly not a Super Bowl winning team. But we don't know. I know some people say, oh, we know. But we don't know. We really don't know what this team is because we have still yet to see this team operate with its core at full capacity, as in healthy. Now, the team is going to really bank on the fact that we're going after health this year. There's no secret to it. That's the secret weapon that the Miami Dolphins will be attacking this year, health. And I would even admit that it is sad that we have gotten to the point where the only hope that we might have, and we still don't even know, is through health. Can Tua stay healthy all season? 80% chance that he does it. And that's not to jinx the young kid, knock on wood, and I am knocking on wood. But he's been hurt 4 out of the 5 seasons that he's played for the Miami Dolphins. That's 80% of the time, or 80% of the seasons. So there's an 80% chance that he's hurt again. And this is why Zach Wilson recently in an interview alluded to this was a perfect opportunity for him to come to Miami because the opportunity to present itself of him becoming a starting quarterback in the NFL is greatest in Miami. You couple that with Mike McDaniel and his ability to help uplift the player, it was a perfect position for Zach Wilson to be in. So, yes, the Miami Dolphins are banking their entire season this year off of help, ladies and gentlemen. 3 years ago, we had the best roster that we've ever had. And slowly but surely, without even much noticing, we've been diluting the roster to fit the salary cap, even though the salary cap has been going up and up and up. We have been diluting the team just to keep the core here. And who's the core? Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Ramsey, Bradley Chubb, Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Teron Armstead, Austin Jackson, to name a few of the core members of this team. And we've been trying to keep that together, keep it together. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's officially has run its course, and this is the final hours of this current version of the Miami Dolphins. After this year, it is no more. Even if we win a Super Bowl, this roster is no more. But can we win a Super Bowl? I'm interested in seeing what you think in the chat. Put it in the chat right now. Do you think the Miami Dolphins, if they stay healthy, can win a Super Bowl this year? Honestly, give me your honest assessment in the chat. Do you think that the Miami Dolphins, in the event that they stay healthy, can win a Super Bowl this year? Let me know in the chat. Wow, I'm already getting a lot of people in the chat. And I've already read about 15 to 20 chats already, and I can tell you I haven't gotten a yes yet. We're down. Even the fan base doesn't believe that this roster, even if healthy, can win a Super Bowl. I hope you're all wrong. I really do, because we put everything we had into this team, into this roster. We put everything we had as an organization. Now, I will be honest and say they haven't made all the best decisions, and that's why we're in a position that we're in now. This is tough. And I'm going to switch gears here because I want to have a real conversation for a second here. It's amazing to see, and I'm looking at it again right now. Yeah. It's amazing to see how many people believe that we don't have a shot to win a Super Bowl this year, no matter what. Even though we still have the draft, we can get some nice players in the draft. What may you? It's amazing to see how many people don't believe we could win a Super Bowl this year. Well, if that's the case, then should the Miami Dolphins be a little smarter? And instead of making moves in the draft to try to fill holes now, to try to win now, should they be making moves that are solely about the future? Should they be making moves that's solely about the future of the organization? Let me ask you all a question in the chat. If Shedeur Sanders was available for the Miami Dolphins, should we take him? Yes or no? If Shedeur Sanders was available for the Miami Dolphins, should we take him? Yes or no? In the chat right now, I'm seeing yes, no, yes, the future is now not starting. Yes, I agree with you, TD. Yes, TD, one of the main reasons why I follow you is because of your blunt honesty. Salute to you, dropping dimes. A lot of yeses on Shedeur. Well, I don't know if y'all have noticed, but it looks like Cam Ward's going to be a Titan, and it looks like the Browns are set on taking Abdul Carter or trading the number 2 overall pick. If you were the Miami Dolphins general manager, would you trade the 13th overall pick, a first-round pick next year, and a second-round pick this year to move up to the number 2 spot to get Shedeur Sanders? Let me say that again. Our 13th overall pick this year, our 48th overall pick this year, and a first round pick next year. Would you trade up to number 2 to draft Shedeur Sanders? 2 first rounders and a second rounder. Would you do that? No, no way. Sanders trash. That's a big no. Now I'm shocked. So that's going to leave me to back up for a second because maybe I got ahead of myself because everybody's saying no, a few yeses. Do you believe that the Miami Dolphins can win a Super Bowl with Tua Tagovailoa long term? Yes or no? Do you believe the Miami Dolphins can win a Super Bowl with Tua Tagovailoa long term? And the last question I'm going to ask in the chat for interaction purposes, since I'm getting all the no's on Tua, who would you draft at 13? Who would you draft at 13 if you were the general manager of the Miami Dolphins and you've come to a reality that it does not look like this team is going to be able to win a Super Bowl? Who would you draft at 13? Do you like Jackson Dart at 13? Because Shedeur Sanders will be gone, ladies and gentlemen. Is there a position player that you like there? Will Campbell? I mean, who is it? Malachi Starks? Who would you draft? Dylan Gabriel? Ashton Genty? Well, all 32 teams were present at Ashton Gentry's pro day today. All 32 teams were present, by the way. I'm actually shocked that a lot of you don't like Shedeur Sanders. I personally believe that Shedeur Sanders would be an excellent fit for the Miami Dolphins. I think that Shedeur Sanders' skill set is somewhat similar to Tua Tagovailoa in accuracy. He's just as accurate as Tua Tagovailoa. What I like about Shedeur Sanders is he could also make every throw, even though he doesn't have elite arm strength. His arm strength, in my opinion, is better than Tua Tagovailoa's, and he can throw outside the numbers and make every throw. But above all, the one thing, in my opinion, is that Shedeur Sanders, what makes him stand out above our current quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, is that he is what many would call in the football world a dog. Nothing is going to shake him. Nice coaching, tough coaching, borderline disrespectful coaching. The moment is big. He's not going to be shaken. When you got to go on the road versus the Chiefs in the first round of the playoffs, he's not going to be shaken. He's not going to cower and have his worst game. He's going to come to play and give his very best, and the elements are not going to be a factor. That's what I actually like about Shedeur Sanders. And he also thinks the game. His ability to process the field is at a very high level. The only knock that I have on Shedeur Sanders is that sometimes he holds the ball too long because he's trying to make something happen. And with the bad O-line, that wouldn't serve well for him nor the team. So you would definitely need protection for him, just like you need for Tua. But with protection, you're going to get more out of Shedeur than you would with Tua Tagovailoa. And here's the funny part. With weapons and everything, Tua may actually put up better stats than Shedeur Sanders, but Shedeur Sanders would have more big game success than Tua Tagovailoa. That's what I believe. Because Shedeur Sanders also isn't he doesn't have the need to be in an offense to hurry up and get rid of the ball fast as much. He can process the field in which he can let things develop and find an open guy. And he has great pocket awareness. His only issue is holding on to the football too long to make something happen, even if it's not there. This is what I like about him. Now, maybe everybody said no to moving up to 2 to get him, but if he fell to 13, would you then want to take a Shedeur Sanders? Highly unlikely, but if he did fall to 13, then would you want to take a Shedeur Sanders? Big Bud is in the chat, said, I think he'll be there. Take him at 13. You think he would fall to 13? That's interesting. I could not imagine on draft night the Miami Dolphins being on the clock at 13 and Shedeur Sanders is sitting right there. Oh, I could not imagine it. Oh, you know what? I would probably start crying instantly. I would just probably start punching holes in the wall and crying instantly because something tells me the Dolphins still wouldn't take him. Oh, man, you talking about a failure? And could you imagine that happening? He's right there and you pass and you go get Malachi Starks, who I love at 13, but you get, oh, man. Someone said, I don't want Deion near this team. Well, you know what I would say? Maybe it's time to start something new in Miami. Maybe it's time that we start something new in Miami. How many times are we going to continue to rinse and repeat the old way of doing things or the formal way of doing things or the way we think is right, and it just keeps becoming wrong? Oh, I could not imagine him being on the board and the Dolphins passing. That would probably be the string for me. Wow. That would be insane. How would you feel if that happened, ladies and gentlemen? Let me get your take on that. But anywho, let's get back to reality, right? Because the Dolphins are going to have to pick. And I'm going to be honest with you. I'm in a conundrum. I'm having a really hard time picking who the Miami Dolphins should select at 13. And here's why, because it's a matter of, are you trying to win now or are you preparing for the future? And I know that we're going to be trying to win now, but are we wasting our time in which we can make a more valued pick for the future? You know what I'm saying? See, if we're picking to win now, we need to take a tackle. We have to select a tackle. And concede the fact that you wasted a second round pick on Patrick Paul last year, which is insane. We're around here wasting picks. But if we're preparing for the future, you don't take a tackle because you got to give Patrick Paul another season or two to see if he can blossom. You see the conundrum there? You cannot let a second round pick, a tackle you selected in the second round, go to waste. Because what are you going to do? He does not have the body fit to play guard. I know people, kick him inside. He's not one of those candidates. There are a lot of tackles that you can kick inside until you're ready to put them outside. He's not one of those candidates. He's not. So we keep talking about the tackle. That's fine. We can go get a starting tackle in this draft at 13. And I'm not opposed to it. But you're also conceding the fact that you literally utilized the second round pick last year on a tackle that you're not going to start anytime soon. Which continues to sum up the travesty of the Miami Dolphins continuing to waste capital and money. That's why if we're trying to win now, yeah, you're going to go tackle and put Patrick Paul on the shelf. But if you're preparing for the future, you actually don't go tackle. You have to see that through. Why do you think they keep on showing Liam Eichenberg love? Because they don't want to admit that that was a failure. They're trying to see it through to the utmost. The man has gone through his contract and it expired, and now they gave him a 1-year deal because they're trying to, man, we know there's something there. We know it. But is there? Especially when you traded up in the draft to get him. You traded up in the draft to get him. Let me. You know what? I forgot what the trade was. They traded with the Giants. They took Liam Eichenberg at 42. Oh my gosh. The Giants picked up a 2022 first round pick by trading with the Bears in the first round, and they made another move with the Dolphins at 38. The Dolphins traded the 50th pick and a 2022 third rounder to the Giants to move up on Friday night. So the Dolphins gave up. They got the 38th pick. They gave up 50 and a third rounder. Yeah, that's what happened. They gave up 50 and a third rounder to move up to 38 to take Liam Eichenberg. Does anyone in the chat remember where we drafted Patrick Paul? What draft number was Patrick Paul? I'm trying to remember. I know we have some scholars, some draft and Dolphin scholars in the chat. You remember what Patrick Paul's pick was? You could put it in the chat to help me out. But Liam Eichenberg was selected 38th overall. And it looks like we took Patrick Paul, according to you all in the chat, 55th, maybe. A lot of y'all are saying 55th. So if they're going to give Eichenberg all of this time, do you truly think they're just going to abandon Patrick Paul like that and just take a tackle? Maybe they do, but again, another wasted draft pick. Just like Channing Tindall right now is showing to be a wasted draft pick. Noah Igbenogany was showing to be a wasted draft pick. And in Washington, he looks way better. Cam Smith. What's going on with Cam Smith? Do you see all of these wasted top 3 round draft picks? Now, pay attention to this mess. So that's why I'm conflicted about the draft. I truly don't know which direction they want to go, because are they playing, I don't want to lose my job, or are they playing, hey, we got to prepare for the future? Like, we don't even know. There's no indication. It's like you don't sign anybody on any long-term guarantees, which makes you think they're playing for the future. But don't you have to win now? Right now, all signs are leading towards they're preparing for the future. Like they're going to do a major reset next year. They're just giving this one more go, but they're preparing to reset next year. That's what all signs are telling us. But it makes you wonder, are you not scared to lose your job? Or do you already have job security that we don't realize? Or do you have job security that we're not realizing? Maybe Stephen Ross has no intentions to move on from Chris Greer and Mike McDaniel, even if we fail. Let's just try it again, a different way. That could be it. Zero accountability. And Ty Bless, I'm hearing that too. And it's the scariest thing ever. For those who can't read the chat, Ty Bless said, I'm hearing the reset is going to still include Tua and McDaniel, Greer going into the front office. You're talking about a slap in the face? If that happens? Wow. Shout out to Jose, who said, take a QB with every pick you have. They can't all be trash. At 13, Jackson Dart. At 48, Dylan Gabriel. And just keep drafting them out. Oh, man. TD, I knew we were done the second they signed Tua. Worst decision ever. I was 100% with you on making him play out his fifth-year option. If we did, Tua wouldn't be a Dolphin today. And, that's the crazy part. If they would have forced Tua to play out his fifth-year option, he would not be on this roster right now. Tua would be a Giant, a Jet, a Seahawk. He would have been one of those. Maybe even a Viking, a Steeler. If they would have made him play out his fifth-year option, ladies and gentlemen, he would not be here. They would not have given a newfound contract right now. And that tells you all you need to know. They made a bad decision, and now they have to live with it. Shout out to Big Bud, said, this is why I gave up my season tickets. I knew we weren't serious about winning. I don't think they're not serious about winning. I think they're still trying to prove to people the decisions that they made in the past are still good ones, and they're going to die on the hill, which is sad. Shout out to Silent Storm. TD, in 2020, we had 6 picks in the first 3 rounds, and all we have left to show for it is a mid tackle and a glorified backup QB. It is crazy how everybody's gone. Christian Wilkins gone. Robert Hunt is gone. Xavier Howard is gone. Javon Holland is gone. Brandon Jones is gone. Andrew Van Ginkel is gone. Look at all the young talent and stuff in the draft picks or the guys we brought in, then developed or what may have you. They're all gone. They're all gone. Chris Greer. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins plan to win a Super Bowl this year. But can they? Are they wasting their time? Would it serve them better to start to prepare for the future? Only time will tell. Y'all come back here next Wednesday. Hang out with me. We'll be live right here on Bleacher Report. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. And again, hit that notification bell and subscribe, all right? Love you, love you, love you. Fins up no matter what. No matter how high we get, no matter how low we get, it's still going to be fins up no matter what. Love y'all. See you soon. Peace. I am out. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all tuning in. Billy said TD all corporate now. Listen, man, we formal, baby. We getting it done. Thank y'all for tuning in, though. Don't forget, we got the AFC East roundtable at 7:00. We got some people that's gonna be tuning in. Y'all make sure y'all go over and y'all hang out there. They're gonna be live. We got a special guest tonight filling in for me, so y'all go show some love. Big Bud, appreciate you. Stay up as well, brother. Stay up. All right, y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. I will see y'all soon, and man, we'll figure it out. One day, one way or another, we'll figure it out. All right, I'm out. Peace.